my caregiving role was, in the emergency situation that evolved because he kind of was very reluctant to accept what was happening. He wouldn't, because of COVID, he was put in a rehab facility temporarily, and then he got this sort of dementia where he would come up with weird stories if you talked to him on the phone, and so there was a concern, after he got out of that, he needed home care, and that's where I helped. I came up from Boston to Ontario, New York, and because my sister couldn't do it all, because this is he couldn't be in the rehab because of this dementia. So when he got out, then he was almost like he had to go back in for something because he wasn't mobile, and it was just really hard to care for him. But we were afraid that could be it, so it is a COVID-affected death-like situation, I guess, because we don't know what's going to happen. So there was a possibility. So in other words, my role was to do really basic stuff without the proper equipment. Somebody who was supposed to be really needed a rehab, but not rehab, they have the proper chairs to lift someone. I mean, he's big, even though he was wasting away, and the diapers and the medicine, and he needed physical therapy, and he refused the physical therapy, and that's why he started to decline.
What advice would you give for end-of-life professionals for dealing with people like your father who are on the spectrum?
Hard to say, because he was 86. Everyone is by that age, quite individualized in their own direction, almost like a tree has now been trained and grown in a certain direction. But his generation didn't, it wasn't acknowledged, and it was considered more of an excuse or something. So, he would deny help. It was sort of a shame to get any help. So that's a major obstacle, and I have no idea how a practitioner could overcome it. He was very lucky. The doctor he had, the leukemia doctor, Patak, was very compassionate and very good at trying to buffer that.